What's up, YouTube? So today we're gonna be rebuilding a car on a budget because, as you can see, I only have $12,000. So we're gonna head to junkyard and try and see what we can find for cheap. All right, so we're in and we already got a car right here. So we'll see what it is. We got a Salem Kieran. Hopefully I said that right. It's $9,000, $9,500. So I think I'll be skipping out on that car. But yeah, cause I mean I've only got a little under 12,000 now because I had to pay $500 to get to the junkyard. I don't see any cars over here. No, that's what I thought. So, we got another car over here. Actually, we got two, and then there's a third one over there. So let's do this. It's a Bolt Cape Mark IV, and they want $6,000 for this. So, it's a little bit better, but let's see if we can find something cheaper. We got a FMW Panther Mark I, and they want $4,500 for it. That's more in my price range. And then over here, we have a vallsen 2040, and they want only $2,000 for it. So I think that's probably what I'm going to be partially restoring, but on a budget. But let's just walk around and see if we can find anything else. Is there a car in there? Yeah, okay. That looks like a Daytona or a Charger or something like that. But I'm sure it's probably too expensive for me, but yeah, Tempest Magnum, otherwise it's a Dodge Daytona. Yeah, they want $11,000 for it. So we got another car over here. It also looks kind of expensive. We got a Chieftain TBX. They only want $7,000 for it, which is kind of surprising. I would assume that car would have went for a little more money. I'm thinking more like $10,000. But yeah, so we're gonna get that other car that I looked at that was like $2,500, I believe. But yeah, we're gonna do it, and then I think we should have enough to like restore the suspension or something at least. Yeah, the vallsen 2040, 2,800 plus 136 commission, so we're at 3,000 for that. We're gonna send it to the garage, and then we're gonna return to the garage. Alright, so made it back to the garage, and here's our car. It's pretty dusty and there's a lot of rust. So we're gonna go to my car wash, which I purchased like 2 or 3 episodes ago. I don't know how long it's been. But yeah, so we're gonna wash it. Yeah, clearly there's a lot of rust. I do have a welder though. Where else are we gonna So now, by just washing that, we made $800. So that's, that's pretty good. So we're gonna go to car lifter A, which it's my only one, and we're missing 1 wheel, 2 wheels. We're missing the 2 front wheels. So we're gonna get our welder, put it to the car, and then 750 credits to repair. So if you watch, all that rust goes away. Now these are, as you can see, these I can remove. But yeah, so how much? Okay, so we already made $2,000 on this, and we still have $8,000 left. So that's good. But so we're gonna get this all the way up, and then we're gonna do front suspension first. So brake pads, brake discs, wheel hub bearing, wheel hub. And then we have stuff bolt there, so we're just gonna loosen it up. And there goes our front wheel hub. Then we got a knuckle cover. And up here we have our sway bar end gun. Then we have our shock absorber. Yeah, the other side of this car is getting pretty rusty. And then we just got the steering knuckle. So yeah. And then sway bar is disconnected on the other side apparently. We can get rid of that. The tie rod. We can get rid of rubber bushings. Yeah. But I hope it's pretty cheap. And for some reason over here we have a brake caliper. I don't know why. We just do. And then we got more brake pads. Another brake disc. We don't have a wheel hub bearing. So, yep. And we're gonna get those two removed. And we have both inner and outer tie rods on this side. And once those are gone, we can get rid of the steering rack. And then we're gonna get rid of our lower suspension arm. And then once that's gone, it'll lead us to remove our knuckles, get rid of these two rubber bushings, and then we can get rid of our cross member. So, now we're going to go over to the computer, we're going to go main shop, and we need a cross member. It was cross member C, and then brakes. I know we need 2 brake calipers, 2 brake caliper cylinders, 2 ventilated discs. We need 2 brake pads, and I think that's all for that. And then I think it was steering knuckle D. We need 2 of those. Front shock absorber A, front spring, and the cap. So I think it was just regular front sway bar. No, it was sway bar B. We'll need one of those. We need wheel hub, inner tie rod, lower suspension arm. Anything else? Oh, I'll probably just get like 10 rubber bushings, because I know we probably need a few, and then I'm gonna assume it's probably sway bar and link B. Nope, for some reason it's A. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. And then I don't know. Oh, we need these. Which wheel hub was it? Oh, axle knuckle cover. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, axle knuckle cover. So, we're gonna see what all... Oh wait, hold on. Let me confirm that it was... Yeah, front shock absorber A. So we can get those springs together. And our spring puller over here. We got 2 of them. So after that, we're left with that 5,700. So roughly, we only spent 2,300-ish. But we're gonna go back up under here, and we're gonna put in our new front cross member, and then we're gonna put in these 2 new bushings. So now we're gonna put in our steering rack. Oh, that's one thing I didn't get is a steering rack. So we're gonna go back to the computer, and I'm just gonna type in steer. So get us a steering rack, and then we put that steering rack in, and then we got our front knuckle. And we can attach our lower suspension arm. then we can put on our inner tie rod, outer tie rod. Oh, I forgot to get those. So go back to computer, and I'm just gonna type in tie. We're gonna get the outer tie rods, 2 of them. So now we're gonna screw those into place, and then we're gonna get our front shock absorbers on, and our sway bar front end link, and then our knuckle cover, followed behind our wheel hub, and then our wheel hub bearing and wheel hub cap. Then we're gonna put on our brake discs, then our brake pads, and then our brake caliper cylinder, and then that's one side done. So then we're gonna come over here to the other side and do the exact same thing. So inner tie rod, outer tie rod, lower suspension arm. Nope, I did not mean to do that. So now we got the brand new one on. And then shock absorber, sway bar end link, axle, knuckle cover, wheel hub, and then our bearing, the cap, other brake disc, brake pads, and then our brake caliper. So now we've got all that done. We can get some tires on this, but first I need to figure out what tires we have. But I noticed we're already up $5,000, so yeah. So it was 185 70 R14 on some rim retro 10s. So go over the computer, 185 75 14. So I'm just gonna go standard tire, need 2 of them, size 14, and then 185 70. We're gonna buy that, and then we're gonna go to, where's the rim shop? Rim shop. So we're gonna, what rim did it say? Rim 10 or retro 10. So I'm gonna type in retro, and we're gonna get rim retro 10. You're gonna get 2 of them, size 12. We're gonna buy those. Now we're gonna go to our tire machine over here, and we're gonna install those. And then we're gonna, after this tire's done, we're going to balance them. So balance them. So you just put your feet around this space bar on the computer. This one has 3 balance points. So then we can do the other wheel now. And there's our 2 front wheels done. So now we can go back under the car and put them on. So and then go to the other side and put these on. Alright, now, so front's all done. Now we have to get rid of the rear first, or we're gonna restore the rear. First we gotta get rid of the drive shaft. Doesn't take long, it's only 8 screws, and they're very short screws, but the 2 on this side were stuck. So now that we have the drive shaft off, we can take off the wheels, rims, tires, whatever you want to call them. So apparently it has disc brakes in the rear as well, which is kind of weird on this old of a car. I think it said it was like a 1993, so I don't know, but we have a solid drive axle, and yeah. So then we're gonna get our wheel hub off, then we have a knuckle housing. Let's get our leaf spring U-bolts off. We got 2 of them. Well, technically 4, because there's 2 on the other side. Then we can get our leaf spring plate off. Take out this rubber bushing. And then we can take off this control arm. Now we have a shock absorber. And then we have a rear shock and spring. Or rear spring, whatever you want to say. So this side's done. Now we move to the other side, and then we'll be able to kind of put new parts on. So surprised that the whole rear has all assembled parts. It's not very common that the rear is intact, but yeah, so we can take that off and then go with our U-bolts. And being that this car is pretty rusty, you can tell it's been sitting in the junkyard for a while. It's obviously got a few stuck bolts, but not many, hopefully. Then we can get our control arm off, our shock absorber, and then our rear spring cap. And once that's done, we can get rid of our coil spring axle. Now, gonna go over the computer again. We're gonna go to parts, suspension. We're just gonna type in rear. So, it was coil. Yeah, it's a coil spring. Yeah, coil. Alright, so 1 coil spring, and then we had knuckle C, get 2 of them. We had shock absorber B, and then we need 2 of these each. And then we have our axle, and then we need a solid control arm. What else do we need? Oh, we need U-bolt. We need 4 U-bolts. Plate, leaf spring plate. I think that's it. I probably need some more stuff. Oh, I know. I need the springs and stuff, or the brakes. Sorry. So need all that, and then I think it was just disc. Yeah. So it's regular disc, not ventilated. Pads, and that's it. So hopefully that's all we need. Of course, there could be more, but who knows. So, got our control arm on, and the new rubber bushing, which I've got a lot, but I mean, most cars in this game require a lot of small rubber bushings and just regular rubber bushings. But these new parts are looking pretty good, and obviously it's gonna up the value. Oh, that's one thing I didn't get. I didn't get a spring cap. Wait, did I? No, okay. So, just, see if we can find the spring cap. Alright, so now get our spring cap on, and then our rear spring and our the cap for shock absorber cap. Now we'll get our knuckle on. I didn't get the hub. I'm just gonna type in hub. So it's the 3. It might need the, I don't know though, maybe. Solid axle drive-in. This one took 4 bolts, where in the front only took 3, but it's also not powering the car. Well, the motor is, or the engine, whatever you want to call it. So now we have that on. We need the other side. Yeah. So leaf string plate. The U-bolt. Other U-bolt. And our new rubber bushing. Get this new spring cap on. The whole rear spring assembly, pretty much. And then we've got our shock absorber. It's only 1 bolt. Now we can move on to like kind of where the wheel holds on, I guess. Whatever you want to call it. I don't want to keep saying that, but it's just fun to say, I guess. And then our brake disc. We got brake pads and the caliper. So now I believe it's the same wheel size, 1870 R14, 18 or whatever. I think you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna type in. Well, I'm just gonna put in 10. So retro. Need 2 of those, size 14, no ET. Then we're going to go tires, standard, need 2 of them, 14s, 185, 70. Buy those, and then we'll go install them over here on the tire machine again. Both those are done. Now we can get to balancing. So both those are done. Now we're gonna get these on. Yeah, so we only got 1900 left. I don't know, we could probably put some body panels on, maybe, but yeah, and I think we'll, add the drive shaft back, just because it adds more value. I don't know why, it's all rusty and stuff, but yeah. So, now we're gonna lower the car, and we're gonna lower it down all the way. We're gonna take off all these body panels, because I want to get some new ones. So it's just bare bones. We got a door, we got some tail lights. Does it have a bumper? Nope. Oh, we had a body window. So I think that's the whole exterior. So we're gonna go back. We're going to. Do we want to do body tuning? I don't think this has it. What was this called? Vallsen with 2 L's. no body tuning for this, so we're just gonna bumper, door, windows. So we're just gonna buy all of this, which we do not have the money for all of it, I guess. It's kind of expecting. I was kind of expecting a little more, but it's fine. Okay, I think, did we get any headlights? No. Fenders? Yeah, I think we have fenders. Yep. Windshield? Nope. Door? We got a door. Then we got a window. No mirror. I guess we put this door back on. Do we get this? Yep. Rear window? That's what I thought. Tail light? I guess we can put the tail lights. No rear bumper. Did we get this body window? Ah, it's still old, but it's whatever. And then, what about this? Okay, so we got the right door. No mirror, and we did get a window. Oh, this thing has a sunroof. It's pretty cool. So, I think that's about all it's gonna do. See how much we're gonna get. So, we made an $11,000 profit, and we're gonna be able to sell it for $14,070. So, we're gonna go ahead and sell it. I'm pretty happy. I started out with what, 12,000 today, so really I made $2,000, so I'm pretty happy. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video off right now. So catch you later and have a good day.